Just ahead of the new season, it's time to rank the best transfers of the summer. In this video I will name the best new acquisitions of the year and give you my take on how good the move actually is. There are very many good transfers this year, so I will get into more than 30 this video, naming them along the ranking as I go through. This list is of course very subjective, so don't take the rank itself too serious. I will rate these transfers based on the player, the club he moves to, and of course how he even fits in, whether it made sense for the squad and so on. I'm making this video at the beginning of August, when all teams are already in pre-season, but any later moves which might still come will of course not be in this video. Also, I won't talk about transfers you already know of, but which will only happen next summer, for example the move of Emil Nielsen to West Brom. These will be part of next year's video. Let me know what your favorite transfers were as well, and now, without further ado, let's get into the video. There are so many transfers, I will just go through a list of honorable mentions to start. Josip Simic to Wetzlar, Elias Kofler to Hamburg, Ian Tarafeta to Nantes, Igor Karadzic to Zagreb, Josip Sarac to Tatabánya, Tobias Wagner to Limoges, Johan Hansen to Skanderborg, Paul Valera to Porto, Jerry Tolbring to Ribe Espia, and Dominic Maté to Elverum are all good moves for one reason or another. Some of them basically retirement transfers for old stars, others players with great potential or still something to prove. Bucuresti had some decent newcomers in Miguel Martins, Tom Pelayo and Samir Belhacen, even though they remain a Legionaries team with these kind of moves. Skian gets a nice boost with Mats Mensa and John Lindenkrone. The project of Höy is also quite interesting with Till Klimke, Michael Damgard and Hampus Wanne all going there. Stuttgart gets stronger with a new coach and the acquisition of Daniel Rebmann, Simone Mengon and Antonio Serradilla. Hannover deepens their squad with the likes of Leif Tissier, August Pedersen, Maxim Orlov and Sindre Aho. Leipzig also gets some interesting players in Thomas Myrkwa and Thomas Piroch at least. And also Melsung of course once again spent big, acquiring Christoph Palacic, Ruben Marchand, Vladislav Kulec and Ole Fosse Scheffert. All good players, but once again just a selection of Legionaries, questionable whether they can finally give them a title. But we start the ranking with number 30, Gonzalo Perez de Vargas to Kiel. Back when it was announced, this seemed like a great move. Expensive, but Kiel fixes the vacant goalkeeper position after Landin left. But then they got their hands on Andreas Wolf and now they get a second star who is very expensive, won't play much and on top of that will be injured for half a year now. This great move developed into kind of a waste of money as he is not really needed right now. But still another star won't hurt, so he starts the list for me. Kiel also bought two line players in Veron Nacinovic and Lukas Laube, who are quite interesting but still have to prove themselves at a top team. Let's see whether Kiel can rebuild a title challenging team. Rank 29 goes to Kai Smits to Gummersbach. Smits has struggled a lot with illness and injury, but he is an amazing player when healthy, as he showed at Magdeburg. Gummersbach closes a weak spot in their lineup with him, improving the right back a lot, but he has to be healthy again, or this transfer will end up failing just like it did for Flensburg. Rank 28 goes to Jim Gottfriedson to Szeged. He's a star, but he's also 32 years old, so I don't really know why Szeged would buy him other than to get another big name. They also have two good playmakers with Kukic and Smarason, but I guess another star won't hurt. He will probably not play many years for them, but we will see. Still a great player moving to another strong team. In at number 27 we have Dani Bayens to the Rhein-Neckar Löwen. They need a playmaker to replace Juric Noah and they get a seasoned Bundesliga veteran who knows the league and at just 27 years of age might lead them for many years to come, and it's a great move in my opinion, just like number 26 Sebastian Karlsson to PSG. He has really grown into one of the best right wingers in the world and is another star for them, a strong replacement for Balaguer as well. At rank 25 we have Ahmed Hejam to West Brom. He showed amazing potential for Montpellier, therefore the Hungarians get a potential new star player to replace the likes of Casado and Kosorotov. At number 24, Flensburg fixes a weak point on the right wing with Domen Novak. Novak had a less spectacular season, but he has been one of the best right wingers of the Bundesliga in the past few seasons, so he might just improve them to world class on the right wing finally. Aalborg gets another great wing in Alexander Blons as the left wing, so he is my number 23. He replaces Sebastian Barthold. He is Scandinavian and he's only 25 years old, so he fits the team perfectly and would play there for a decade maybe. The perfect next number 1 on the wing in my opinion for Aalborg. At number 22 I put Ian Barrufet to Barcelona. He was on loan and is a great attacker, but also can play defense on the left back, a very potent weapon for any team. Getting this Spanish talent is a no-brainer for Barca. He moves with Bundesliga experience, just everything works well here. Rank 21 goes to Mikael Appelgren, who went to West Brom probably as a placeholder until Emil Nielsen arrives next year. He's a great player and goalkeepers can be integrated quite easily, so another star for West Brom, good transfer in my opinion. Number 20 we have Hauker Thrusterson to the Rhein-Neckar Löwen, forming the new playmaker duo there. I think not only that he is a great player, the Löwen also finally move away from being dependent on a single starter playmaker position. It worked for 2 seasons with Andy Schmid, but never again. They also bought Edwin Aspenbeck, Mike Jensen as a replacement for Appelgren and Lucas Sandell as a replacement for Martinovic, so their new coach has some great players to build his vision, once again lots of potential in their squad. In at number 19 we have Victor Hallgrímsson to Barcelona to replace Pérez de Vargas. This move has been coming for a long time and he is a great addition with a bright future, even though he has big shoes to fill. Rank 18 goes to Noah Godin, who moves to PSG. He had an amazing season in Denmark, he is French and still only 26, so he could lead them for many years. This was just another no-brainer for Paris. With Karl Cornong, Abdelrahman Abdou, Emil Mellegard and Mikkel Löfqvist, they get some more depth without getting any true superstars. Maybe this can build a better working team than just getting star after star each year. At number 17 we have David Balaguer to Montpellier. They have to replace their leaving star there and I think Balaguer is a great choice. They won't be any weaker with him playing there. Number 16 I put Agustin Casado, who also moves to Montpellier, an accomplished player replacing Hesham, and he takes them competitive with Nantes and PSG, together with all the other decent players coming like Rogerio Moraes, Jacques Turin, Zvonimir Sirna and Leo Planton. Rank 15 goes to Luka Witzke to Flensburg, because he had an insane season and is ready to take the next step, filling the vacant playmaker position for the Northern Germans. They get their hands on a great player to replace the aging Gottfriedson, a smart move for them in my opinion. At number 14 we have Sergei Kozorotov to Płotsk. He was great back when he played for them and he still has so much potential. He also fills a gap in the squad, raising the quality of the team significantly. At number 13 West Brom adds another star in Ivan Martinovic, who finally moves to a really big club and if he stays healthy, he can improve an even team as strong as West Brom. They also bought a star at the right wing, my number 13, Yannis Len. He was out due to injury for a long time, but he is one of the best at his position and will work great with Remili as well, so even with their already stacked squad, he is another improvement. West Brom also bought like half the Egyptian national team, Ali Zayn, Ahmed Adel and Thiagos Petros also moved there. Will they finally win the Champions League with this team? I doubt it, but maybe Emil Nielsen will do the trick next year. At number 11 I put Andreas Palika to Kolstad. The Norwegians are in big financial trouble, losing most of their star players, but they replace Bergerud with Palika, which is perfect for them. He gives them consistency in goal and might give them a chance to start over after going from rich newcomer to bankruptcy within a single season. The top 10 however begin with Uli Mitun to GOG, so the biggest talent in world handball moves to the best academy team in the world at the moment. I don't think he will stay there for long. In 1 or 2 years a bigger club will surely buy him. Nevertheless, he can keep growing into the superstar he seems to become over there. In 9th place I put Yuri Knorr to Aalborg. After a disappointing season he seeks to regain footing and make the next step in the Champions League, and after his past performances, especially in the national team, he has all the right credentials to become a true world-class player there. Rank 8 goes to Adam Morawski, who fills the goalkeeper position at Kielce, finally returning world class into their goal. Polish talent as well. I don't know if and how he will survive the matches against his former team Płock in the Polish league, but just looking at the quality, this is a great move for Kielce. Similarly, great is the replacement for Karadzic at number 7, Alex Vlah. He's an amazing player and extremely dangerous in front of goal. At 28 years of age, he also has experience but also many years left in the tank, just reaching his best years now. Chiesa now once again has a super team after bleeding much talent with their financial troubles. They just need their stars to remain healthy now. Rank 6 however goes to their rival Płock, who required an even stronger goalkeeper in Torbjörn Bergerud. The rivalry, or Polish war as they call it, will just become stronger with such talent in their ranks. Bergerud is 31, so he can still play many years too, and we all know how strong he can be in goal. The first spot in the top 5 however goes to Elver Jönsson, who joins Magdeburg. He's like the perfect transfer, he fits the system of Magdeburg as he has a very similar playstyle. He will have no problems fitting in with his Icelandic teammates Kristjansson and Magnusson. He improves their left back position, which was like the only weak point compared to the other positions. Just overall the perfect transfer for the German team. They also bought Sebastian Barthold to replace the injured Matthias Muscher, an experienced player who will probably stay for only a year. Good choice in my opinion, as he is not too old yet either. In 4th place we have Tobias Gröndal to Berlin. Similarly to Jönsson, he fills the only gap in the squad at Berlin. They get an accomplished but still quite young playmaker from Scandinavia, who played at GOG just like other Füchse players did before him. The one weak point therefore is sealed for Berlin. They are even stronger than last year and, on the wing, they replaced Tolbring with Aitor Arinho, so also an accomplished but not too old player who gives them the necessary experience, especially in the Champions League. 3rd place goes to Marko Grigic to Flensburg. He just got 301 goals in the Bundesliga with another 100 assists, and he can play both playmaker and left back, and at just 21 years of age he is one of the biggest talents in the league, now moving to a top team. The only criticism could be that it's kind of overkill to have him, Püttlik, Möller and Witzke in the same squad, but he was one of the Bundesliga stars of this year and many clubs had their eye on him. Good for Flensburg that they got him. Nevertheless, the right back remains the sole weak spot for them. They replaced Smits with Kentrop and Tönnissen, an experienced player, but they need to find a better option there. Their right back is just Bundesliga average, whilst the rest is pure world class at every position. 2nd place goes to Melvin Richardson to Płock. They finally get their superstar into the squad, instantly putting them into Champions League title contender territory. They also fixed their weak spot on the right back with him, and they also get a decent backup in Zoran Ilic. Richardson is the crown jewel in an amazing new Płock team, and he can start an era at the club if successful. But the best transfer of the season has been known for a while, and it's the return of Ludovic Fabregas to Barcelona. It was a bad loss when he left, and it's amazing that he returns. He is from southern France, he won the Champions League several times with Barcelona, he is one of the greatest players of our time, and whilst Barcelona has to cut players from the squad due to finance shortages, they remain a title contender and return one of the guarantees of their success in the past years. They return this star, keep die Kamem, Angesang Aleix Gomez and, for now, Makutz and Nielsen, and they bring in decent talent in Daniel Fernandes and Saif El-Dera. Barcelona might have lost some stars, but they keep one of the strongest first 7 in the world with great talent in the second row. This is how to slim down your squad when money runs out. Keep the core pieces and replace the stars in the second row with great but less expensive players. Great job from Barca once again. But this is just my opinion. Which transfers have been your favorites? Or do you think some of these were not good at all? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next video.